John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing another head by Musacchia. Last year I tested the 3-blade, and now I'm going to be testing the 4-blade. It's the NBS 100. And thanks to a buddy of mine, Josh Phillips, who sent me a pack of these, thanks Josh, I'm able to put them to the test. And I'm going to be going through all my test regimen for 2022 using my Bowtech SR6 set at 72 pounds, Bishop FOC King arrows for most of the shots, and then the Bishop FAD eliminators for the really hard impact shots. Let's check out this NBS 100 4-blade. Here's a good look at the NBS 100. And NBS just stands for no BS, okay? And 100 because it's 100 grain. It's made by John Musacchia Jr. His father, John Musacchia Sr., is the one who started Muzzy Broadheads. That's where the Muzzy comes from, their last name Musacchia. And so then the son has his own company carrying on the name directly Musacchia. And this is the NBS 100 in a 4-blade model. So pretty cool design, very simple, very straightforward. It's got a trocar tip that's made out of 416 stainless steel brought to a Rockwell hardness of 42. And then it's got blades that are a 420 stainless steel brought to a Rockwell hardness of 51, and they're just 0.025 inches thick, so relatively thin blades. The cutting diameter is 1 1/8 inch, two ways like that, giving it a total cut of 2 1/4 inches. That's a lot of cut. The angle of the blades here is 31.5 degrees, so a pretty gentle angle to maximize the penetration. The ferrule is made out of a 7075 T6 aluminum, which if you're going to use aluminum, that's a good one to use because it's stronger than some steels. So really eager to put this no BS 104 blade broadhead to the test. $300. It penetrated 6 3/4 inches. $350. It penetrated through 59 layers. It held up perfectly well through 3 shots of the MDF. Here's the head after 2 shots through the steel plate. And as you can see, the blades held up really well, which kind of surprises me. The tip got a bit blunted. You can see it rolled over just a little bit there. And here you get a good look at the holes in the steel plate. And you can see this is the classic round circle with 4 slits coming off of it, as opposed to like a tooth of the arrow that makes like a square hole. So here's the head after going through the steel plate a couple times and the MDF 3 times, and it did relatively well. The tip embedded in the concrete, but with that aluminum ferrule there in the threading, it just stripped the threading right off, and so the broadhead bounced back out. I couldn't get the tip out of the concrete, so that's a good thing, you know, that it embedded there, but there is a bit of weakness just with that ferrule. And that was shown in this 0 penetration test. Now, again, it did so well through the MDF and the steel plate, and so you know it's got a decent amount of durability. And the concrete is not, you know, the end-all test, right? That's just testing the outer limits of what a broadhead can handle. It's certainly not necessary in order to have it be a good head to hunt with. But it's also interesting to note, and I think it's a data point worth considering when you're choosing a broadhead. So what did you think of the broadhead? I tell you what, it's really well named, right? I mean, it's a no BS Broadhead, okay? It's a good, solid, nothing fancy, but workhorse of a Broadhead that can get the job done. And I like that additional fourth blade. You're getting a lot of cut there at 2¼ inches of cut. So go through the score sheet and see how it performed in each of the areas that matter to you the most and see if it might be the right fit for your hunting situation. And stay tuned for the overall cumulative score as well as the corresponding lust grade.